Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm just kind of getting started here, getting my screens all set up. Are we going to get left behind? All right, I just want to see how. All right, great. So it looks like the sound's working. Wanted to try that out there. Ooh, how is everybody? Kind of get a drink, get started. I just got done mowing the yard and just getting settled in. So, welcome to Level Yourself Up, where it's not about perfection but progress. And this is my weekly live on what I've learned in AI this week. Um, I just got some things to show you. I'm going to go through this. We'll see what kind of time we have for everything. I've got just a couple things I want to show you what I've updated in Mission Control. I'm going to show you an Excel website not a Excel website, Excel sheet that I made. I've done with AI some automations in that with macros. That way, it's not leaving the building and anybody can run it. And the goal there is to make it so anybody could run these reports. Now, these reports do have proprietary information in them, so I can't show you all of them. For this example, I did open up a one and change one file so it opens up a test script. So it's not a big deal there, but I wanted to show that to you, give you an example of what you can do in your business, because I do believe that as we kind of get going with AI, and if we're afraid that it's going to replace us and that it's going to take our jobs, the truth is it may take some of our jobs, but the other truth is there'll be other jobs that we need to use AI for. So I think, as always, if you in the 1800s was a candle man and went around lighting the candles that lit the streets, um, the invention of electricity took its place. So things will definitely change. Um, I think we need to learn to be a little more resilient and not negative for what's coming our way. I think there's a lot of good that'll help AI. Right now, the cost of AI is pretty high. I think it'll come down cheaper. I think sooner or later, I mean, technically, you could already do it. I have a very basic model running on my machine to doing some small stuff. And basically, it's running a Python script that I could log in at the terminal and type it myself and run it. So that's just executing that script. So it just makes my time easier and quicker. My next step will be to have it dump into a database. Technically, it already is, or half of it is dumping into a database. So I'm kind of working on three things for my job projects. Each one of those I'm doing in steps. I don't think you want to do any of this like automatically. So I'm still doing the reports manually, but we are walking along side by side and working the bugs out. Because here's the other thing. I think there is, unless you are a software developer, you can't just go to AI and dump in, hey, make me this app. You can, but it's not going to make it secure. It's not going to make it reliable. There's a lot to learn. And I think if you are a programmer, sooner or later, your job will probably be taken away. I know Facebook's doing a lot of that right now, but what you need to learn to do is learn how to create prompts to drive AI to create the programs, and that's where you're going to be valuable. There's certain jobs AI is not really going to take over for us for a while, and and that's heating and air, electrically, electricians, firefighting. But if you go to Walmart and you shop Walmart, they got a person. Uh, how they bring your groceries out to you at Walmart. If you do that, think about this. I've seen them at our local Walmart, these floor scanners that walk around and check inventory. And all they would have to do is get some arms to grab the product off the shelf, put it in the tote, and guess what? They don't need somebody going filling those shopping carts. And every business is looking to reduce cost. Every business is looking to provide a quality product at a cheaper price. It's just, or else cheaper internally so they make more profit. That in general is how business works. So with that, get off that a little bit. I'm going to jump over here and show you my um, yeah, so I've not much is updated here in this week, but what I did do was in projects. We went ahead and rolled out our first revision of this, and I explained what I wanted. So I gave it its choice to do the colors. I'm not sure that's the colors I would have chose, but I really wanted to see what it would do and to let it think out of the box. Obviously, we need to clean up this text here, and there's some things we can do. But the first one we rolled out was build a mission control projects page. So Thomas is my AI coding person. It's marked complete because the first step is complete. I tested some of these fields. There's definitely some places we need to improve, like I can't rename this. And I left it in here to just demonstrate, clicked on this project here, and I didn't add a title to it. Now I can update all these fields. You can see I'm just going to put test 2, and we're just going to leave it in idea stage. I can change the owner here and say it's in progress. The next action would be, and we could type in the next action. I don't know, find a project. I do have some written down, and down here is ideal where we can put the notes. And then you can save this. So it's saved, and you can see it's in progress. So now we have 2 in progress. So when you click active, it automatically filters these out. What is kind of cool, if you come back here to the done, it did create a project. So if I want to, and this needs to be refined a little bit. So let's say right now I have to tell the AI to create a task off of this, but I'd like to be able to come in here myself and add subtask in here, or let the AI create subtask. And maybe these subtasks would be assigned to me as well, but they would then show up over here. We are getting more done, so it's pretty exciting. Was it 60% complete? We still got 2 blocked. This one's almost done. I've been working on it myself in the background. So some of these have been done. Some of them we've been purposely on hold, trying to use them as test things in here. But yeah, this is the biggest change we made this week. So nothing big. I don't know if I showed you this. It's still not updating correctly. Is this AI usage? It's still not right. I worked on a little bit today as well. So you can see today is 0. Now, I forget what time this updates, but I think I wanted to, and we missed a few days. So it's just not working. So there's no way this just isn't right. I did upgrade to the newest version of OpenClaw, and it did break a couple things so far that I found. One thing it broke was a 9 p.m. supposed to basically give me an end of the day, what's been done for the day. That did not go at all. And what else? I think I'm seeing some odd things happen that I can't tell if it's a coincidence or something broke. Now, I don't believe in coincidences, but um, I have a shared drive that I've allowed Jarvis to save data to. It couldn't reach it, and I was actually not in the house. And on my phone, I told it to save the data there. It couldn't save it. The time I got home, I could access everything all right. I physically logged in the machine, and I could access it. So I don't know if something was down on that uses Samba server. So I don't know if maybe something went down there. I didn't reboot anything there. So kind of got that in the back of my head of things that's broke. But I seems like Jarvis is not responding. Like for instance, be when we went to how I found out that was broke, I've got an old mission control running on a Python server that I've not really shared with you. And I asked it to basically shut it down. And it was going to back up the files and shut everything down. And that's the protocol. So they did that part right. But when I came back today, this evening, right before I got online here, and I asked if it was complete, the exact response was, which was the last things that we talked about. Said, got it, proceed in this order, and I gave it the add the task to the task manager to back up the data and then to shut down the Python server. And over an hour and a half later, nothing was done. So I just came back and said, is this complete? And then its response back to me was, what are you referring to it by this? So then it says, if you mean the mission control cron page, then yes, the code's been complete. Well, we did that last night when we missed. I guess I can show you that. I see what's happening. I got my hotkeys. So when my cron job failed, I told it to come in here and add agents to here. And so it did. I haven't reviewed all these agents yet and all this stuff, but you can see the model that it's using. So it did that. So it's that kind of quirkiness that I had bugged out that it wasn't doing this stuff. So now it's doing it again. And there's one other thing that I probably wasn't clear on my instructions, but it was on getting the token usage. Because one of the things I did when it came back, I ran some scripts to test reliability, and it came back and gave me my tokens used, how much is left on my account, and all this data. And I'm like, oh, well, there is what we need for this AI usage page. So when I tried to get it to recall it and I gave it the same exact command, it gave me some different data that would probably still work, but it didn't have the detail in it. So it's kind of odd, quirky things that I don't know what to make. It could be the update. I need to dig into that more, and I just haven't had the time. So in general, that is the update there. What else? See if I am. So that's the short of that. That's kind of just the update of what I've done this week, far as mission control. So let me now See if I can't open. We'll go to the next section here, which is just drag this over. Where'd that go? Oh, nice. We'll get it here. It is this file here. All right. So